How's it going, everybody? My name is Absalom, and welcome to the All Collectibles series for The Last of Us Part 2. In this video, I'll be covering Chapter 1 Jackson and all the sub-chapters that go with it, and for your convenience, I've timestamped everything below. So I'll be showing the artifacts, cards, journals, safes, and the workbenches. So let's get started with the first sub-chapter called Waking Up. So once you dump out into the main street of Jackson, you're going to see a dog that blocks the road, and at that point you want to turn left, and the first collectible, which is a trading card, can be found over here on the bulletin board on the backside of this building. Moving on to the next collectible, which is the artifact. On the main street, you will see a tractor that's pulling a bunch of logs, and to the right of that there's a ladder and a crate, so on top of the crate is the next artifact. And while we're just getting started with this series, I do want to mention that I'll be covering these collectibles in the order that you'll pick them up chronologically. Alright, moving on to the last collectible for the subchapter Waking Up. This is going to be another trading card, and it can be found inside of the bar. So make your way over to the dartboard, and to the left of that you'll see a barrel, and the trading card will be on top of the barrel. Alright, now moving on to the next subchapter, which is Overlook, and this one only has one collectible. So about halfway through the mission, you'll have to crawl underneath the house. Once you do so, then turn to your left and go to the second window on the left. Once you hop through, there is another artifact collectible right here on the desk. Picking this up will complete this subchapter, and now we can move on to the next one. So this one's called Patrol, and it has a bunch of collectibles, 12 in total. So let's get started with the first one, which is a journal entry. So after a short cutscene with Dina, you'll have the ability to pick up this first journal right here on the railing on the Overlook. Moving on to the next one, Ellie and Dina will stop in a neighborhood, and you'll have the ability to loot some houses. So the first house on the left, if you make your way upstairs, you'll be able to open up the nightstand drawer, and inside of it you'll find artifact number 1. The next collectible is in the same neighborhood, so if you leave the house from the previous one and headed right across the street, you'll be able to climb that car up onto the roof, hop up into the bedroom, and inside of the closet on the bookshelf, there is a trading card right here. After progressing a little bit further from the neighborhood, you'll eventually find a tractor trailer that's parked up against the loading bay. So if you go to the back of it, squeeze through the boxes, you'll find artifact number 2 right here on top of this box. The next collectible is artifact number 3, and this can be found inside of the spore-infected area of this mission. So once you're in this building, you'll see a crack in the wall, slide through that, go to the first room on the right, and on this desk you'll see the next artifact. And don't worry, there's no chance that you'll miss this area of the map, as it's part of the storyline path. Now directly beside this is the next collectible, which is the safe, and I'm not going to spoil the safe puzzle. However, I will give you the combination, which is 072013. Once you input this code, you'll be able to open it up and collect a good bit of loot with building supplies as well as a few pills. Moving on to the next collectible, this will be found in Eugene's bookstore Safe Haven, pretty far along in the mission. When you make your way to the back room and you open up this door right over here, Ellie will stop and you'll be able to pick up the Firefly pendant right here on the bulletin board. So just to be clear, there won't be a prompt to pick that piece up, it'll just happen when you open the door. Next one is a journal entry, so if you leave that bulletin board, go around the corner, right here on this shelf to the right, you'll notice a giraffe from the first game, and after interacting with it, you'll be able to log your journal entry. The next one is a trading card, so if you turn around and make your way to the supply closet just across the room, you'll be able to find the trading card right here on the right on the desk. Moving on, we're getting close to the end for this subchapter, but the next one is an artifact, and you can find it on the opposite side of the room. So if you make your way over here, you'll see a bed, there's a nightstand, and if you open that nightstand, there is the next artifact. So if you turn around, the next artifact collectible will be found on this desk right here. So if you shuffle these papers around, you'll be able to find a Polaroid of Tommy and Eugene. And that'll complete all the normal item-based collectibles. However, there is one thing left, which is the last workbench, and you'll have to do this for the storyline anyways. However, the generator is in this room, and that'll turn on the workbench. Once you interact with the workbench, you'll be done with all 12 collectibles for the Patrol submission, and now we can move on to the final submission that makes up Chapter 1. This one is called Packing Up, and it has 3 collectibles in total. So they're all journal entries, and they can be found inside of Joel's house. After walking through the park with Dina, you'll enter the house and you'll be able to make your way to the kitchen, where the first collectible is right here on the countertop, and it's the mug with the owl on it. Next, if you make your way upstairs, the other 2 will be found up here. The first one is in this room, and if you go over here and interact with this guitar, you'll get the next journal entry. And last but not least, if you make your way to the master bedroom, on the bed there will be a shoebox. If you open that, you'll be able to pick up this watch, which will complete all the collectibles for Chapter 1 Jackson. Alright, so that's everything for part 1 of my All Collectibles series for The Last of Us Part 2. The next part will cover Chapter 2, which is Seattle Day 1. And again, everything is timestamped below for your convenience in case you need to go back and reference any of these collectibles. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Absalom, and I hope to see you in my next video.